Regardless of what happens tomorrow, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are linked forever, like so many of the best rivals in sports history. With the exception of pregame warm-ups and a postgame handshake, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady never step on a football field at the same time. Yet, they've managed to create the greatest rivalry in sports today. The 1930s had Seabiscuit and War Admiral. Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio dominated the 1940s. In the 50s, Willie Mays and Hank Aaron slugged it out. The 60s featured Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer, Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier punched out the 1970s, along with Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert. Take your pick in the 80s, McEnroe Borg, Earnhardt Waltrip, Gretzky Lemieux, and of course, Magic Bird. Who could forget Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras in the 1990s? Or better yet, Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. The turn of the century produced a main course of Tiger Woods against Phil Mickelson, Roger Federer versus Rafael Nadal, plus Takeru Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut for dessert. And now, Manning-Brady, the greatest rivalry of the 2010s. A pair of future Hall of Famers who have combined for 6 Most Valuable Player awards, soon to be 7, and 7 trips to the Super Bowl, soon to be 8.
Tom Brady is the most incredibly competitive quarterback that has played his best football in so many big games.
He's a great player. He's a great motivator, great leader, plays at a high level on a week-in, week-out basis. So it's going to be a big challenge for our team.
The word rivalry is defined as a competition for the same objective or for superiority in the same field. On Sunday, the objective for the 2 most superior players of this generation is clear: to raise the AFC Championship trophy and earn a trip to Super Bowl 48. If the first Super Bowl was for John and the second one was for all of us, who's this one for? Broncos owner Pat Bowlen spoke the 4 most memorable words in franchise history 16 years ago when he proclaimed, "This one's for John." And if the Broncos are fortunate enough to win another title this Sunday, would you consider paying back the ultimate compliment, standing on that stage after the Broncos win a Super Bowl, handed that trophy, raising it, and saying, "This one's for Pat"?
Yeah, I mean, that would be the absolute, cherry on top of the sundae, or, to be able to do that because of what he's meant to this organization, what he's meant to this, the state, the Rocky Mountain region. And so he's just been a tremendous owner. And so, yeah, for me to be able to, as an employee of him, to be able to hand that back to him would be tremendous.
So the idea has been planted. Now we'll just see if John remembers to say it. As promised, I brought my Barrelman bobblehead with me to the Super Bowl for good luck. And the enormously popular late Broncos superfan Tim McKernan was a big hit at Media Day. You remember this guy?
Barrelman, yeah, of course. Yes, I do.
You would have loved this, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, you grew up in Colorado. You must know who this dude is.
Barrelman. Oh, yeah. One of the best fans we've ever had.
You think he would have dressed a little more warmly for this particular Super Bowl?
Absolutely not. The Barrelman would be out there in his barrel, loving life and cheering on his Broncos.
The viewers of 9 News asked me to bring 1 bobblehead to the Super Bowl for good luck. And they voted.
This is the best one for sure.
They voted for the Barrelman. You agree with that?
I agree with that. He's the best fan we've ever had.
Yes, the Barrelman. I love this guy. I remember him walking up and down those orange steps at the old Mile High Stadium, and me and my buddies would go to Broncos games. We'd always thought it was the coolest thing to go high-five that guy.
Peyton, tap the Barrelman for good luck. Tap the Barrelman for good luck. Boing! He tapped him. Peyton tapped the Barrelman. The Broncos are going to win. If the Broncos do indeed win the Super Bowl, I'm expecting the Pro Football Hall of Fame to call requesting my Barrel Man bobblehead, which tonight is standing in the shadow of the Statue of Liberty. 9 News at 10 continues after a quick break. Just like Peyton Manning, Nick the Sea Lion's legacy will be determined by his performance in the Super Bowl.
Let's go with crew to the Denver Zoo. It's time for Nick's Pick.
Attaboy. It's time for Nick's Super Bowl pick. Come on, Nick. Denver Broncos or Seattle Seahawks? There goes Nick the Sea Lion. Who's he going to pick? It's the Broncos. High five. Yeah, baby. Super Bowl champs. You did it, Nick. I'll tell you what. Here's what we've learned about the Broncos after 7 Super Bowls now. When they win, it's exciting, it's dramatic, it's suspenseful. And when they lose, they get blown out. The Broncos got destroyed in the Super Bowl for the 5th time tonight. The Seattle Seahawks simply embarrassed them here in New Jersey. Peyton Manning got intercepted twice, and the Broncos lose Super Bowl 48, 43-8. There were 85,000 fans in attendance tonight at Super Bowl 48 here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, including thousands who made the trip from Colorado to cheer on their Broncos. Only one is left. A gentleman in a Peyton Manning 18 jersey, still sitting in the crowd all by himself. Stunned. Hi, everybody. Broncos first-round draft pick Bradley Roby made a fabulous first impression today. The talented cornerback from Ohio State was introduced by general manager John Elway and head coach John Fox. Dressed immaculately, great smile, friendly, personable. You seem like a good dude.
Yeah.
You have a reputation as a troublemaker.
I know.
Which is likely the reason you fell to 31 and the Broncos were able to get you.
Yeah.
Is that unfair or you deserve that?
I think it was unfair.
Some moron on local TV every single night since training camp started says the Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl, even has a graphic over his left shoulder that says so, and gets accused of jinxing the team. Do you believe in jinxes?
You know, I used to be very superstitious, but I'm not anymore.
Hi, Aaron. Opening kickoff isn't until 1:30 Saturday afternoon, but Colorado State has already taken a commanding early lead. If the Las Vegas Bowl goes just like the welcome reception, CSU is going to blow Utah out. First, the Rams served the Utes in a dance-off, and then Cam beat Swoop in a mascot zipline race. The green team already has all the momentum.
It's huge for us. You know, this was kind of the bowl game that we wanted to go to all year. It's a huge challenge for us. We know that. You know, we're willing. You know, we're accepting it obviously, and we're obviously very excited to be here.
They say whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but this weekend's football game is on national television for everyone to see. So the Rams intend to put on a show, Vegas style.
We've got a good football team at 10-2, and to come here and play the Utah Utes in a conference that's considered one of the Big Fives, it makes it a special game for us. So we're really excited, and we're looking forward to Saturday.
Tonight on 9 News at 9 and 10, you're invited to join the Rams for a ride on the High Roller, the world's tallest Ferris wheel. See you then. Hey, Aaron, CSU is expected to officially name a replacement for Jim McElwain in the next week or so, but interim head coach Dave Baldwin hopes to show school administrators he's worth considering. He's only got one game to prove how well the Rams perform with him in charge. But Dave Baldwin doesn't consider the Las Vegas Bowl his job interview.
You know, I've been auditioning for 36 years. So I don't think it's an audition. I think what it is they have an agenda. They want the right fit for the student athletes. And if I'm that right fit, fantastic. If not, I'm wishing the university the best of luck.
Baldwin's been enjoying himself in Vegas all week and intends to maintain his pleasant disposition regardless of what happens in this football game and beyond.
You're going to see a smile on my face tomorrow, and I'm going to have fun. And that's why I approach the game, to have fun. Now, we want to win. There's no doubt about that. We play to win. But you got to have fun doing it.
Oregon offensive coordinator Scott Frost is considered the leading candidate for CSU's job, but nobody will be worried about that later tonight at the Rams pep rally here at the Fremont Street Experience. We're live in downtown Las Vegas. I'm Drew Soicher. It's his last Vegas. 17-year-old superfan Justin Stank of Greeley has been dressing as a Ram for every CSU game since he was an infant. But that streak ends with the Las Vegas Bowl, since Stank plans to be playing college football himself next season. What do you think when you look in the mirror?
I think this thing looks really hot.
Chicks dig it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can I have a hug?
Sure.
Thanks.
What do the players think of you?
They think I'm cute.
Revolving doors are kind of awkward. I never know if it's appropriate to share a space with somebody else.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you ever feel silly?
Nah, not really.
Good for you. I like a man who isn't afraid to be his own flavor.
Oh yeah. I mean, what's the point of living life and going to something like a CSU football game if you're not going to express yourself?
I had no idea this conversation was going to get that deep. You say it's your last game, but is there any way you'd ever consider coming out of retirement?
Oh yeah, there'd be times where I would probably come out.
So, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
I think that the CSU Rams are going to kick the crud out of the Utah Utes 35-0.
35-0?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Colorado State rolled the dice at the Las Vegas Bowl, and they came up snake eyes. Rams suffer the worst postseason beating in school history.
To go 10-2 and then come to bowl game and lose 48-10, that's very upsetting. It's embarrassing.
You know, I'm very surprised, to be honest, I guess. I thought, you know, I never in a million years, you know, saw that score happening.
Despite the lopsided score, interim head coach Dave Baldwin walked off the field applauding.
You walked around this facility and it was packed. Our hotel was packed. Fans came out and supported us. And that's what it's all about. And we love them for that.
Obviously an emotional day for Baldwin and his staff, who likely won't return. Colorado State hopes to name a new head coach in the next week or so. In Las Vegas, Drew Soicher, 9 News.